Hey, happy Saturday. How are you today? I hope you're having a fantastic day. I'm going to do a super easy look today. I'm just going to use the Sculpt palette from Fsrmasi. It is, look at this, I need a new one. It's getting pretty darn old because I use it just about every single day in one form or another. So you have two contour colors and a highlight color, and it also makes a beautiful palette for your eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on that. I've already put on my VFX foundation with a little bit of the CC cream mixed in. So I have my foundation on and my skin is all one color and very smooth, and I love this combo. Hi Kim, oh my gosh, I missed you. So how are you this Saturday? I'm gonna go ahead with my eye primer. Super important to put on, especially if you have mature skin, because it gets rid of all the discoloration and creates a flawless canvas to put on your eyeshadows. It also makes a beautiful skin for under the eyes. So I like to take my eyeshadow primer and tap it above and below my eyes. Super simple. Again, I need another one because I use this every single day. And I'm just gonna pat that. Hi, Carrie. How are you today? How are you? I already put on my foundation, and now I'm gonna go ahead and show you how I use the Sculpt palette as for my face and my eyes. And it's a super simple look for you ladies who don't want any fuss or any muss and want to just pop on your makeup. Do you use this under your eye now? Oh my gosh. So yeah, it really helps with my under eye texture, discoloration, dark circles, crepiness, and it just creates this really smooth canvas for me to be able to lay down my favorite colors. So after I put down my primer, I want to just lighten up my eyes just a little bit. You know what? Maybe I should. Yes, I am. I'm just going to because I want to. I'm going to take a little bit of our full coverage concealer. This is one of my favorite products at Fsrmasi. It is thebomb.com takes years and years off the face, because when you highlight under your eyes like that, what it does is it just brings a lot of brightness and lightness to the face, and it really does help take years and years off because it just brightens up and lifts that whole under eye area. This is the best concealer I have ever used in my life, and that is absolutely the truth. I have a whole drawer full of super high-end, very expensive concealers that I don't use, because this one works so much better and gives me that really super full coverage that I want. And this is a really light color, and it comes in about 5 or 6 different shades. So if you're not a fan of really light under your eyes, you can go deeper and darker, and you can totally match your skin shade. You do not have to go this light. This is just something that I like to do because I feel that it really brings just that brightness to my whole eye area, which I really love. Isn't the VFX a game changer? You know, I have all the foundations from Fsrmasi. I have the serum, I have the matte, the Stay Matte, I have the BB cream, I have all the foundations, and I swear by that VFX. But the magic sauce is mixing the CC cream with the VFX, because it gives you this super creamy foundation, and it corrects the color as well as blurs complete imperfections. So I think that combining those two is it's magical. It's absolutely magical. So I have the under eyes, you know, set. I have the upper eyelid set, and now I'm going to show you how to use this Sculpt palette, which I use every day, and it's almost gone, and I'm going to need another one. So you can take the lightest shade, and you can take it and you can pat it just for another extra bang for your buck. Pat it in the places that you want light. So I'm just going to come and I'm going to pat it under my eyes, down my nose, any place that you would put a highlighter. You would pat the light color, because this is adding, I'm going to take a little bit here, and you'll see why when I put the dark color. I'm going to put here, and I'm just going to take the light color around where I want it light. I'll take a little bit and pat it on my eyelids, just like that. And now I can come in with those really pretty brown shades. You can use them separate, but what I like to do is just kind of mix them. Just kind of take my brush and mix those two shades together, because then I don't have to decide which brown to use. The serum is amazing. It is amazing, but you need, those are for, serum has this, a glow to it. So you would want, if somebody that wants the serum wants a really dewy look, and it's a lighter foundation. It's not as a full coverage as the VFX. People, you know what? Everybody has their own favorite foundation, you know, and that's why not everybody's skin is the same, right? So there's a foundation for everybody. That Stay Matte, even though it's for oil control and I don't have oily skin, it does leave a most gorgeous foundation on me, and it doesn't dry out the skin. And I love the Stay Matte, but I'm just so used to, hi Johnny, pulling out the, my favorite duo. My favorite duo is the VFX and the CC, because it just like is perfect for my skin. Hey girly. So I'm going to just take those colors and blend them. Then I'm going to come back in and use that as a contour. So I'm going to start creating some lift to my skin. And by doing this and putting the dark here, and remember I had the light under my eye. See how I have this light in this section? What this is doing is it's sculpting my face and giving it a really pretty shape, but it's also helping to lift my skin. It's lifting my face. It's giving me a little mini facelift, and it's adding some beautiful youthful glow. Not really glow, because it's a matte finish. What am I going to say? A youthful bronzy kind of look where I don't look all pale. It's adding some really pretty brown tones to my skin. I'm going to take that same, and I'm going to go under here and tighten up my jawline and create a shadow right here. And I'll do the same on the other side. How are you, Johnny? Hi, sweet Charity. How are you, gorgeous? Okay, so I'll just go in and type that. I make up words as I go along. Okay, so I'll tighten that. That's what I meant to say. I'm going to take this here and I'm going to tighten this up. Then I'm going to go ahead and try to sculpt out my nose, because I think it goes on forever and ever and ever. And I feel if I thin this out and kind of bring the darkness up underneath my nose, it kind of helps shorten it. Well, in my mind, okay? In my mind, it helps shorten it. How are you, Charity? Okay, so I'm just coming in with that contour and trying to recreate a different nose, but it doesn't work. Hi, Rhonda. I loved the wig, by the way. I thought it looked adorable, super cute, and the light hair was really, really cute. So I'd love to see that again, but what you remember you said you use dry shampoo. I'm taking the light And I'm just putting it down the center of my nose. Do you remember how you said that if you use dry shampoo, you can get that shine away? Because really the only thing that makes that look like it's not real hair is the shine. You're hanging? I'm hanging. Yeah, I just got back from a trip. Yeah, we went to Nevada and we were looking at homes and looking around the area and seeing if we may want to move there. Yeah, because there's great tax savings. Our retirement, you know, Nick and I are both retired, so our retirement money will last a lot longer in Nevada, and we can pay almost cash for a house and have a really teeny mortgage, like under $500 a month. And yeah, it's just a smart thing to do. You miss me? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I missed being online. Okay, so I think that's enough of the contour, right? Do you see it? Do you see like it comes here, then it comes here? So with contour, just remember it's like the number 3. Just the number 3. And it just adds this beautiful, beautiful warmth to the face, right? So then when you're done with that, flip over your awesome Fsrmasi double-sided brush. And you can use the same exact palette for your eyes. Is that freaking cool? Okay, so you can pick any of these colors, right? Maybe I'll just start with the middle one. And let me just make sure my brush is clean, because let me clean it and take off any of the other shades, because I haven't been doing that lately. And sometimes what I put on my eyelid doesn't match the color from the palette. Hey Louise, how are you, sweetheart? Okay, so I'll take the middle shade. And how easy is this? You're gonna use the same palette for your whole face. So let's just use this as just to start warming up the eyes. Just sweep it like a little windshield wiper, back and forth. Isn't that beautiful? Completely natural. This is just a natural everyday look. You don't even have to think about it because it's all here for you, right? It's all there for you. And it's gonna look really natural, really soft, really pretty. And I'm just warming up my eyes. Hi, Kim. How are you, gorgeous? I'm just doing the Sculpt palette today for my face and for my eyes. Nothing fancy at all. Super easy. Okay, so now I'm going to take a little bit of the darker color just for, I don't have to, but hey, you might as well add a little bit of dimension. I'll just take it and kind of put it a little heavier on the outside corners. Maybe a lot. Happy Saturday to you. Thank you for that. I love all the emojis. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm just putting it a little heavier, kind of to like lift the eye a little bit, hopefully. You know, anything that can kind of add a little lift to my face, I want to do. So I'm just taking that little darker color, kind of popping it on the outside corners, just to deepen that up. How easy, right? You can add as little or as much as you want. It's all how you like it. So I'll just pop this on. And once I get it to where I think it matches this eye, which I can't tell if it does or not. I love your hair color. Do you love my hair color? Oh my gosh, thank you so much, because I have been thinking about coloring it, because I think it, to me, I feel like it looks really gray, like a gray brown, which it probably is because I got a lot of, you know, strands of gray in it. And I thought it looked just like flat. But I appreciate that so much, because then I don't have to go change it. And a lot of times when I change it, it looks 10 times worse than before I change it. Because a lot of times I want to do my hair when I'm depressed. Does anybody else feel like that they need to cut their hair if they're depressed? And if they cut their hair, it's going to change everything. It's going to change the way you feel. It's going to change the way you look. And then you get your all your hair cut off or colored or changed. And you realize you should have waited. You should have waited till you got out of that mood. But I used to do that, and my thing was every time I was sad or depressed, I would cut my bangs, and my bangs, I swear, used to be like this short. Crazy what people do. You cut your bangs the other day. See? Oh my gosh, but I really used to, every single time I'd get depressed, I'd cut my bangs, and really they were like 2 inches long, and I would just take it out on my hair. Why is that? Yeah, so I was thinking about changing my whole hair the other day, but I didn't do it. I'm like Rhonda saved my life because I bought 5 wigs, okay? I haven't got them in yet, but I bought 5 wigs just so I could play, not to go out with them really, not to go out with them, but just so I can play. Yeah, but okay, so that's the Sculpt palette, but that's what I do. I self-sabotage myself when I get down in the dumps, and I usually take it out on my hair. Okay, I can take a little bit of this light color and I can put it on the bottom of my lids. So is this a great palette or what, ladies? Come on, is this fantastic? They're all matte shades, all matte, so it's not gonna texture, it's not gonna add texture to your skin, it's not gonna age your skin, and just lighten up the bottom and the corner area with that light, okay? We're not gonna add any sparkles today. We are just gonna have a super, super neutral day. So I'm just patting that light color along the bottom. Where do I order my wigs? Oh shoot, you know what, Louise? They're on Facebook, those Facebook ads that pop up like every second that I'm online, and they're like $29. They're super inexpensive, which means they're not gonna look real. But I'm not gonna spend a ton of money on a wig, but it's just for me to play. They're like, okay, so it was buy one, get one free on one site. So like if you spend $29, you get one for $29 free. And then the other one was buy 2, get 1 free. So I'm getting 5 wigs, only paid for 3. And I got all 3 of them for less than $100. You got one of those? You got one of what? The wigs or this face palette? Okay, so I'm just gonna tap that lightness in there. Isn't that pretty? I can take some of the lightness and just go right here a little bit, and then I can take the darker shade and just line the bottom part of my eye with the darker shade, just to give it some more drama. You bought a wig off Facebook? Have you tried it yet? Have you gotten it? Did you get a long one or a short one? I got some really long ones. Like, I think I'm going on 18 years old because the wigs are for an 18-year-old and not a 59-year-old. But what the heck? I feel like I said, I can always like pull it back. Oh my gosh, you don't have this palette, Kim. Yes, you must get this palette. Watch. Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit of the brown, and I'm just going to sweep a little bit of the brown from the palette under my eyes. It's a very clean look. This isn't going to be a heavy makeup look. It's just a very light, neutral look where I don't think people would even think you were like wearing makeup, even though it makes a huge, huge difference. These colors are just so neutral and so natural, right? Isn't that pretty? So super natural, no fuss, no muss, and it's just with this one palette for my face and my eyes. So that's it. Now all I have to do is my other magic sauce. So little things add magic, right? So I think that tight lining your eye with the waterproof black eyeliner is, and I think this is like $10. It's worth its weight in gold. I'm serious. I have to buy these like 5 at a time because I wear this with and without eyeshadow because and I just got it above my eyelid. Hold on. Because this makes it look like you have a really full lash line, right? And it's super like waterproof. See, I just got it on top of my eyelid and it does not want to come off, and it will not come off the entire day. Let me see if I can cover it. Probably not, because this is like the staying power of, what is that glue called? I don't know. I just got it. So be careful when you're tight lining, because you don't want to get it above the lid. Let me try this again. Just keep it on the little lip underneath your eyelashes, and it will, it will really help define your eyes. OMG. And this is very difficult to do when you can't see what you're doing, but I want to show you this because this makes so much different. I always like to put a little bit extra on the outside corner and drag it with my finger to kind of elongate my eyes. Let me see if I'm doing it. Okay, something like that. How easy is that? But look at how much more defined my eyes look. Now to make them even more defined is the extreme curl, because when you add lashes, it is like adding the frame around a gorgeous picture, right? Watch this. Have you guys tried the extreme curl mascara yet? This is a game changer, because you can't see I have any lashes at all, right? This curls your lashes, and especially if you have hooded lids like I do, it lifts and curls them up over the hooded lashes, and lashes make the eyes look less hooded. So if you have a really fantastic mascara, it is a game changer. I can't see what I'm doing, but hopefully I'm on my eyelashes. Hopefully I am on my eyelashes, but it will make the eye look bigger. It opens up. Hold on, I gotta see what I'm doing for 1 second. Okay, that's just one tiny, and I'm barely on my lashes. I'm afraid to put a lot of pressure because I don't want to poke myself in the eye when I show you how to use this. But basically, it just lifts and curls the lashes. It never gets like, what do you say? Clunky? What word am I looking for here? It's not cakey. Clumpy! Thank you, Maureen. Get that little choo-choo train brain back on the track. Hi, Sherry. How are you? How are you? Okay, let's try to do this other eye. I have to lift up my eyelid because it touches my lashes. I really want to get my hooded lids fixed one of these days. One of these days. I would have so much more fun doing my eyeshadows without having to pick up my lids. Clumpy! That's the word, Bev. That is the word, clumpy. It doesn't get clumpy. And it also doesn't drop those little black pieces under your eyes. Like, you know, sometimes when mascara gets like during the day and you've been out and maybe you've gone for a walk or you've just, you know, whatever. And sometimes you get that dry black clunky clumps under your eyes. This doesn't do this at all. There's no clumps under your eyes. It stays on all day, and you can put on as many layers as you want or you dare to, right? So you can make your lashes like really, really stand out. Isn't that pretty? OMG. And just think of what a better job you could do than I am, because I need to be really close to my mirror. But I have to show you this. I just have to show you this. And I got, oh my gosh. Okay? You have the idea of this mascara? How much would you pay for a mascara like this? Like, would you pay $25 for a mascara like this? I would. This one is $14.90. $14.90. Is that insane? Okay, so there we go. That's right. Very good tip there, Sherry. Awesome sauce. Okay, because I got a little black mascara on my eyelid, but I'm gonna let it dry like Sherry says, and just flick it off once it dries, and then it doesn't mess with my eyeshadow. Do you see how neutral that is, and how pretty and soft? Doesn't that just look like velvet on the eyes? I think those colors are so beautiful. So you can use, yeah, that palette, the sculpting palette for eyeshadow and for sculpting. Is that awesome? Love it. Okay, let me pop on a little blush because I didn't put on any blush. Okay, let's see if I can find Rhonda's favorite. Hi, Patty. Let's see if I can find Rhonda's favorite. Sugar pink. Is it sugar pink? No. What's the color? What's the one you like, Rhonda? Modern Ballet. This is Rhonda's favorite blush, and she's on, and it's the perfect peachy pink. So let's pop some of this on. Da, 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 da. And she's also taught me to put it higher on my cheeks, because if I put it on my apples, because I'm older, my apples are pretty low and it kind of drags down my face. If I put it higher, then it lifts my face. So that's another thing that I've learned from Rhonda, is put my blush higher on my face than I used to. Or when they say, you know, make this and then this, by the time I put my, say if I put my blush there, when I don't smile, it's dragging my face down. So I'm putting it above where my apples are. And this is going to help lift my face a little bit. I hope. I pray. I pray. So I'm just going to put it up almost where I would put my highlights, right? Hello, Patty. Okay. Thank you for that. And I just always take my blush and kind of brush it around my face. Alrighty. And then once I get that on, I'm just going to come in and blend everything. That Modern Ballet is so pretty. So pretty. Let's add a little bit of highlight. I always feel like I'm not complete without my highlight. So I'm going to go in and pop a little bit of that on. I'm just going to take a little bit and just put it right there. Isn't that beautiful? See what a little highlight makes? I swear by our palettes. Oh my gosh. And they're like $18.90. So the Sculpt palette is $18.90. This is $18.90. You will use them every single day. I've had these for 7 to 8 months and I use them every day. This one, because I only use a little tiny bit, is all, it's never gonna stop. I mean, I'm gonna have this forever. But this one I use every day and I use it heavy. And I've had this one for like 7 to 8 months as well. And pretty soon it's gonna need a replacement because I use it every single day for face or for eyes. So let me just put that. Isn't that pretty? Do you see that? You can also take a little bit, maybe put some on your pinky or on a brush and pop it in the corner. Open up that whole eye area. Add some lightness and brightness to that eye. See how that opens it up? Just pat it right in there. And if it's too blingy, it's okay. Just take a Q-tip or a makeup brush, and we can just take, which I'm kind of discombobulated right now. Let me just take, okay, the dogs are playing. Oh, I took a little bit too much off. But after this, let me show you how easy it is to do brows. But I'm going to order what Rhonda used today because I'm having a problem now with, I feel like my eyebrow stencils are stretching out, and so they're not working as well as they did when I first got them. So I'm going to just show you really easy because I love using our eyebrow powder with stencils, but I feel like my stencils are, I don't know, they're not working like they were before. Let's see if I can work them today. Alrighty, so I can take my light brown brow powder, and they come in 3 shades. This is light brown. They come in blonde and dark brown. Let me show you this shade. And you can use all the shades as eyeshadow too. So how pretty would be this? I could add this and darken up the corners if I wanted, because it's a little deeper than that the sculpting kit. Do you see that? So these can be used as shadows as well as brow colors. But let me show you how I use it for my brow. And you can't get easier than this. Oh, you are so sweet. Thank you so much, Rhonda. All right, so let me show you how I use this. I am going to line up my nose and just do a tick mark where I want that brow, where I want that stencil to start. Do I have a tick? How come I can never see my tick marks? Hold on one second. Probably because I don't have enough product. Okay, so I think that's good. Do you see those 2 little tick marks there? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up my brush with the brow powder, and I'm going to pray that I do this even. Okay, so I'm going to take my same double-sided brush. You guys have to get one of these brushes. They're like $6.90, and you will use them every time you do your makeup. It will become your favorite brush. I'm going to load it up, tap it out, and then I'm going to hold up. Where's my Pixie? I'm going to use Pixie, which is the smallest, because lately they've been coming really big, which means they're stretching out. Okay. So I'm going to put it on, right? Then I'm going to hold it really tight as I can, and I'm going to come in and brush the color. Right? Just brushing the brow powder back and forth. And then I'm going to lift this up. And it makes brows so simple. Is that simple or what? Do I have it on? Okay. What do you think? Can it get any easier than that? Wow. No, you don't even have to think about it. All you have to do is put that stencil up there, brush the product back and forth, and you got a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful brow. I'm just trying to find my blending brush so I can blend out. The only other thing you want to make sure you do is blend this back in. Make sure everything is blended. Okay, does it even look like I'm wearing makeup? Like, not really, right? Isn't that beautiful and natural for like an everyday look? Okay, I'm in love with this. I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love. Okay, so before you turn over, learn from my mistakes, okay? Learn from my mistakes. Before you put this back on your face, clean off the brown, because the brown's going to be on the other side and you're going to smear it all over. So clean off this before you turn it over, okay? And then make sure you load up your brush, tap it off, set it down, and then go ahead and line up your stencil. Oh, this is the stressful part. Okay. Then hold it tight, hold it tight, hold it tight, and stencil it in. And sometimes I get one darker than the other. And sometimes one is bigger than the other. It's all kind of a crapshoot. Okay, let's see. Ta-da! Ooh, that one didn't come out so bad. Look at that. OMG. Okay? Isn't that pretty? How long did that take me to do? Did I even have to think about it? Absolutely not. And that's it. That is the Sculpt palette for my entire face and for my eyes and my brows. No, I didn't use a Sculpt palette for my brows, but you could have because it's a neutral brown. I probably should have tried that, darn it. But let me just show you again. So I did my whole face and my eyes with our Sculpt palette. And the best thing about the Sculpt palette is they're all matte shades, because matte shades do not accentuate texture on mature skin or skin that has wrinkles or crepiness. Do you see how it doesn't accentuate my skin texture? Let me just show you the difference. Let me just show you the difference between a matte shade and a frost shade. Here is a matte white. Let me just, because look how wrinkled I am. Okay, so here's a matte white, right? There's no shimmer in this. Okay, yeah, you could see my wrinkles, but let me show you a highlighter shade. Now this has frost in it and sparkle. So if I add, okay, let me try to get this. If I add a frost shade, what it's going to do, it's going to draw the eye to all my texture. All you're going to see if you look at me, if I'm wearing a frost is, or anything with glitter or highlights, what you're going to notice is all my wrinkles. So if I put, let me show you something. I'm trying to explain it to you. I have a really bad scar right there. Okay, and that's why I can't, a lot of people put a really pretty sparkle right there. If I put a sparkle under here, all your eye is going to show off that scar 10 times worse than if I didn't have the frost there. Do you see it? It's going to draw attention to it. Now I have to put it on the other side. Do I wish I could put a pretty sparkle up there? Yes. But for me, I feel like it all of a sudden now that scar is popping out. And that's what you're going to notice when you look at my eyes, which I don't want you really to notice the imperfections on my skin. I want you just to notice, you know, the smooth texture of that's just smooth. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay. But all I know is if you add frost to a place, oh, I can show you something. Okay. Do you see here? I have a lot of wrinkles there. If I add a frost, all of a sudden you're going to start seeing all of my wrinkles there. Well, I guess it's not showing up in this light. I don't think it's showing up because my light is bright. Maybe if I take it down, you'll start seeing all the wrinkles. Because I have a bright light, it's not letting you see what frost does to the skin. Okay, so we'll just let it go at that. But anyway, matte finishes are a woman's best friend if she's mature and she's older and she has wrinkles and texture. So this is the perfect palette for somebody my age. Amazing palette. But then you can go on and get a highlighter palette and put the sparkle here, put the sparkle here. You could put the sparkle above your Cupid's bow, and It looks so pretty. You could take a little sparkle and put it on the tip of your nose, just to add a little spark. You know, you take this and you add the sparkles and it just adds so much beauty to the skin. So basically, that is it. That's all I wanted to show you today. And it took me a really, really long time to show you that, right? Come on, Maureen. This was supposed to be a 5-minute look. Nicole, this is the Sculpt palette from Fsrmasi. And it is basically a sculpt kit. So you can do contour and highlights with this palette, as well as I did my eyes with this palette. And what's really great is it's all matte shades. And let me show you the different colors. Okay, let me just see if I can swatch this for you. Okay, so that is one of the brown shades. And it's not going to add any texture to the skin. Middle shade's a little lighter. And then you have the light shade, which is the highlighter shade. And they're all matte finishes. This was my brow powder. So that's this palette. I use this every day, or I use this one. The eyebrow template I got from a company called Tory Bell, and it came with a whole set of eyebrow stuff that I don't use. I just use the stencils, but you can get the stencils on Amazon for 1/5 of the price without having to buy everything else in the kit. My girlfriend Rhonda sent me a link for it, and I'll copy it and I'll post it under here, because she used it in her live this morning and her brows came out amazing. So, and not only that, but you don't have to line them up like I did, because they have a band that goes around your head, and so that your brows will be perfectly lined up. Some days when I do one brow and I get to the other, one's a little bit higher or lower, because it's guesswork, where this one you don't have to guess about it. So I'm going to send you the link. It'll be on the bottom. This is the other palette I use. These are 2 mattes. You got your bronzer, your blush, and your highlighter. And this makes the most gorgeous eyeshadow and face palette in the world. I use them both every day. So I don't, you know, they're both equally wonderful. But yes, that is it. My lips are so dry today. I'm not going to put on any lip products except for my lip plumper and lip conditioner, because yeah, they're really dry. So thanks for joining me. If you have any questions at all, let me know. I'd love to answer them for you. I love, love, love this makeup, and it's super affordable. And yeah, so let me know if you have. I have the VFX foundation mixed with the CC cream foundation. It is life-changing. Let me show you this. Okay, I'm going to show you on my chest, because you have to see it to believe it. This is VFX. This is our blurring foundation. It's full coverage. So if you look like a light coverage, I don't think you'd like this one, but we have light coverages. We have about 7 different foundations. This is our fullest coverage foundation. So I squeeze a little bit of this on my wrist, my hand. I can't talk. Then I take the CC cream, which is a color corrector, and this is a cream foundation that is our bestseller. People absolutely love this. But what I do is I mix the two, and I'm going to show you on my chest what it does, because, okay, I'll just do on one side because I have a lot of skin discoloration down here, right? So if I take this and I'll just do one side, just take a little bit. You can use your hands to blend it in. You could use a blending spoolie. What spoolie? What am I talking about today? I don't know. I need one of those brain. Okay, so now I'm just going to take not my spoolie, my sponge, and I'm going to pat it in. And you're going to see the difference in the texture of my skin. It is mind-blowing. It's basically mind-blowing. It makes it look completely airbrushed, can you, I don't know if you can see because my phone is covered with comments, but can you basically see the difference between the texture of my skin here and the texture of my skin here? Okay, so, and I still have a ton left on my, so I can, and you can layer this. So it's just layerable, but what it does is just creates this most gorgeous, gorgeous skin. The skin looks amazing. So yeah, that's what I have on my, that's what I'm gonna take it off because I don't want it on the inside of my, getting me yucky in here. So yeah, the coverage is flipping amazing. You don't have to use both together. The CC cream, people swear by the CC cream, people swear by the VFX. I love them together. It's my magic sauce. So that's it. You are so sweet. I definitely will, Nicole. If I have, I will check and see if I have samples of the VFX and the CC, and if I do, I will send them to you. So yeah, I will contact you when I'm done with this and go dig through my samples and see if I have some, and I'll send them to you. Okay? So have a fantastic day. Thanks again for joining me. Love you guys. Love you gals. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.